As long as you hit that button, just turn it on and off on your hand. There you go.
Welcome to the Hayesville campus first home opener. And for their starting lineups for Wichita Heights, leading off will be the catcher, number 22, Carson Smith. Batting second will be playing shortstop, number 5, Jackson Ellison. Batting third and playing third base will be number 22, Cooper Oakley. Batting fourth and playing first base will be number 4, Brody Buzma. Batting fifth and playing second will be number 1, Cash Oakley.
And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Hayesville, Kansas, and Campus Colt Baseball. I'm Todd Hook along with Zach Verbaugh at the controls. Home opener for the Colts versus the Heights Falcons. They come in 4-1, and here's how they will go. Carson Smith will lead it off and do the catching, followed by Jackson Ellison. He will be at shortstop. Hitting third will be Brady Buzma. He will be over at third base. The cleanup batter will be Cooper Oakley. He will be over at first base. Cash Oakley will be at second base. Caleb Cross will be the designated hitter and hit sixth. Hitting seventh is Landon Joint. He will be in center field. Cale Millicent will hit eighth and play left field. And rounding out the order is Carter Smith in right field. Again, that is Carson Smith, Ellison, Buzma, Oakley, Cash Oakley, and Caleb Cross. Joint, Millicent, and Smith. Heights 4-1 on the young season. They're coached by Mark McBratney, assisted by Dylan Finsky, Blake Day, and the manager is Quincy MacArthur. Defensively for the Colts, left to right in the outfield, Van Esdale, White, and West. Madrigal over at third base, Warkins at short, Schroeder over at second base. Schenkel will play first base. Doing the catching is Grady Clements, and on the mound making his varsity debut is Ethan Powers. Tall, lanky right-hander. 6'3", 170-pound junior. Look for a fastball curve and change from Ethan. So we're just about ready to go. Beautiful day in Hayesville comparatively. I believe spring is making a comeback. Temperature 65 degrees. Wind out of the southwest at 15, gusting to 24. That is blowing straight out to center field. This inning brought to you by USD 261, a National Capturing Kids Hearts Showcase District, home of 3 National Blue Ribbon schools and the prestigious International Baccalaureate program. First pitch swinging is Carson Smith. He will dump that one into center field. So good start for the Falcons. That'll bring up Jackson Ellison. So USD 261, our inning one sponsor. It's your first stop and your last stop for your child's education. Here's Jackson Ellison. He is a shortstop. First pitch swinging into left field. Coming hard is Van Esdale. He will run it down for out number 1. So Falcons not wasting any time. First pitch swinging both times. And one away. That'll bring up the third baseman, Brady Buzma.
Third baseman, number 4, Brady Buzma, to bat.
Buzma, a junior, steps in from the right side. First pitch swinging, and that is in the air to left field over the head of Van Esdale. And stopping at third base is Carson Smith. And second and third with just one away. So a double for Buzma. And second and third. So quickly, Ethan Powers in a bit of a predicament. Powers, a junior, played for the Butler County Cubs last summer and plans to play for the Wichita Grays this summer. So getting tested quickly is Ethan Powers. Second and third, one out, infield drawn in a bit. First pitch swinging is Oakley into left field, and they will send both runners, and quickly the Falcons lead it 2-0. So a couple of RBIs for Oakley.
Cash Oakley up to bat.
Good news for Powers. He is pounding the zone. Bad news, not missing many barrels. And the first pitch to Oakley is just a bit outside, ball one.
Wait, was that a ball?
Oakley, a sophomore, hits from the right side. They play him pretty much straight away. That's in the dirt. Nice smother by Grady Clements. He has been nothing but a wall last year and appears to be continuing that trend this year. Windy day in Hayesville, wind blowing out to center field. Just missed inside. Oakley able to check his swing. 2 balls, no strikes. And the fastball in there. Oakley was headed to first base. Not even close to being off the plate. That caught a lot of it. 3-1. And swung on it, missed. And the count is full. So Powers continues to throw strikes. That is popped up left side. Madrigal over to have a look and out of play. Our engineer director, Zach Fairbaugh today, doing it all. That is in the air to left center. Van Asdale ranging to his left. He'll run it down. He's been busy. And 2 away. So that'll bring up the designated hitter, Caleb Cross. Two outs, 2 runs across. Heights leads it 2-0 in the top of the first. And the fastball catches the outside corner. 4 strike 1. Cross, a senior. Popped up and out of play. Clements couldn't find it initially, but hopefully somebody talking to him a little bit. Only 1 game today. Expect this ball game to be available for view tomorrow. That's in the dirt and away. Pretty good 0-2 pitch there. Try to get Cross to bite on something out of the zone. Ball and 2 strikes, 2 away. And that missed away, and that's evened up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Falcons 4-1 on the young season. Colts 1-0. And the off-speed pitch misses upstairs, and he's running full. So Cooper Oakley will be off with the pitch. Schenkel will play behind him. And the pitch just missed a bit low, not by much. Good take by Cross. And he'll walk him. So first and second, that'll bring up Landon Joint. Joint, a junior. He will step in from the left side. 7th man to bat in the inning for the Falcons. They're going to shade him a little bit towards right field. A lot of room in left center. First and second, 2 away. 2-0 Heights. Took a little off, missed down low. Powers' first 4 or 5 hitters busting the zone. Struggled a little bit the last 2. And a 1-0 right up the middle for a base hit. They will send the runner, and the throw is cut off. Throw gets away from the cutoff man, and down to second base is Joint. So credit Joint with an RBI. So Oakley will score on the play, and it's 3-0 Falcons. Cross over to third base, and Coach Colton Flax out to talk about it. Next ball game for the Colts tomorrow at Eisenhower. Doubleheader starting at 4 o'clock. Next home game will be Tuesday versus Andover Central. A lot of activities going on at campus today. JV boys tennis at Mays. Varsity track at Winfield. JV girls swim at home at 5:30. Don't forget, no school Friday and Monday. Conference over. Here's Cale Millicent, left fielder. Second and third now for the Falcons. They lead it 3-0. And the off-speed pitch just missed away. Looked like a little cut fastball there. One-0. That's inside, almost hit him. 2 balls, no strikes. Two-0 in the dirt, and quickly 3 out of the zone from Ethan Powers. So struggling to get out of this first inning. He has faced 7 men. And he's behind 3-0 here to Cale Millicent. 3-0 right down the middle. And it's 3-1. We'll see if Powers can get healthy right here. Second and third. Colts need to get off the field. And inside for a called strike. Just caught the inside corner. Millicent wasn't for sure. The count is full. Powers needs to make a pitch right here. And a 3-2. Swung on and missed. A little bit fooled on the pitch. And that'll do it for the Falcons. They get 3, Strand a couple. We've played a half an inning. Falcons 3, Colts coming up. This is Colt Baseball on Channel 060. I got to talk about something. And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the first. Colts in a hole. They trail Heights 3-0. Here's how the Colts will go. They are 1-0 on the season. Lucas White will lead it off and play center field, followed by Camden Schroeder at second base. Hitting third, Hagan Warkins. He'll be at shortstop. The cleanup guy will be Grady Clements. He will do the catching. Hitting fifth, Camden Statler. He will be the designated hitter. Aaron Madrigal will hit sixth and play third base. Cooper Schenkel will be over at first base and hit seventh. Trace Van Osdale will be in left field, and rounding out the order is Aiden West. Again, that is White, Schroeder, Warkins, Clements, Statler, Madrigal, Schenkel, Van Asdale, and West.
Today's a single, right? Tomorrow's a double.
Defensively for Heights, left to right in the outfield, Cullison, Joint, and Carter Smith. Boomsma over third base, Ellison at short, Cash Oakley at second base, Cooper Oakley at first base, and Carson Smith will do the catching. On the mound, right-hander Alec Maldonado. White, first pitch swinging, fouled back, and it's 0-1. White hitless on the season. He is 0 for 3. Colts 1-0 on the season. Colts are coached by Colton Flax in his second season, assisted by Danny Driscoll, John Dravis. Managers Kylie Zimmerman, Tilly Slay, and Miley Barkley. Two balls and a strike, nobody out. Bottom of the first, 3-0 in favor of Heights. And the fastball on the ground, right side. Cash Oakley up with it, over to first in time for out number 1.
Next up to bat, number 1, Camden Schroeder.
And that'll bring up the second baseman, Camden Schroeder. Hitless on the young season, 0 for 3. Schroeder, a junior, played in all 22 games last season, hit .309. So pretty good numbers. One of 3 returning players with regular experience. First one outside, ball 1. Windy day here in Hayesville, but compared to Monday and Tuesday, we'll take it. 1-0. Popped up right side. And Cooper Oakley will have a look, but it's into the seats. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the first. And that one is low. Good take there by Schroeder. 2 balls and a strike. Maldonado has a little bit of a delay in his delivery, trying to offset that timing a bit. And Schroeder takes a strike at the knees. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wind blowing out to center field at about 15, gusting to 25. Off-speed pitch on the ground left side, going to have to hurry. Ellison up with it, over to first in the dirt. And Cooper Oakley unable to handle it. That will go as a base hit. I think he beats that one out anyway. So Schroeder is aboard. That'll bring up the shortstop, Hagan Warkins. Another regular player from last year, hit .333 in 22 games. And also threw 31 innings last year as a freshman. So runner at first base. Good lead over there by Schroeder. And the pitch on the ground, right side. And second, not in time. Actually, that was in the dirt. Ball was not hit particularly sharp. Not sure they would have had a play at second base, but Workins will reach on the fielder's choice.
Number 17, Grady Clements up to bat.
And Schroeder at second base on the error. So with one out in the inning, that'll bring up Grady Clemens, first and second. 3-0 Heights. Clemens hitless so far, 0 for 3 on the season. Be a good time to get that first knock right here. First one in there at the belt for strike one. Maldonado with some pretty good velo with movement. Center fielder is awfully shallow. Off-speed pitch floats high and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and one. Big ballpark here at Vulcan Field. 335 down the line, 375 in the alleys, and 400 and change to center field. You get one out of here, you've earned it. 1-1. That is into right field. That is going to get down. So everybody had to hold up to make sure it wasn't caught, and they are loaded. Clemens picks up his first base hit of the season. And they're loaded for the designated hitter, Camden Statler. Looks like Adrian Ramos will run for Grady Clements. Well, Statler 2 for 3. He is red hot. We'll see if he is still hot. Good chance to get a couple right here. And the first pitch to him. That is into center field and caught. So Joint playing him pretty shallow. And tagging at third base is Schroeder, and it's a 3-1 ball game. So credit Statler with an RBI. And there's 2 away.
Now up, number 11, Aaron Madrigal.
So first and second. Here is the third baseman, Aaron Madrigal. 2 for 4 on the season. 3-1 Heights, bottom of the first. And a fastball at the knees. In there for a called strike. Pretty good pitch there from Maldonado. So if Joint's not playing shallow, he doesn't get to that ball. And the off-speed pitch in there for a called strike. Madrigal thought it was inside, but nonetheless, he's behind 0-2. So Madrigal just trying to put the baseball in play at this point. 0-2. That is through the left side for a base hit. And the ball is bobbled. They will send Workins. He will score, and it's 3-2. Over to third base is Ramos.
Now up to bat, number 7, Cooper Schinkel.
So Ellison bobbled it just enough for Ramos to go second to third. That's a couple of errors so far for Heights. First and third. 2 outs. First pitch swinging from Schenkel's fouled away. 0-1. Schenkel 1 for 3 on the season. He is a junior. Throw over. Pretty good shot, but back in there in time is Madrigal. Need to put that in the old memory bank. Maldonado has a very quick move. And that's away. 1 ball, 1 strike. You got to wonder if they may want to start Madrigal here with a 1-1 count, maybe get something off speed. We'll wait and see. Coach Flax does like to run. 3-2 in favor of Heights, bottom of the first. That's in the dirt. Smothered nicely by Carson Smith. Saved a run right there. 2 balls and a strike. Seventh man to bat in the inning for the Colts. Took a little off, painted the inside corner. It's 2-2. Look for a cutter, change, and curveball and fastball from Maldonado. At least that's what he told me before the game. Missed away, 3-2 now. Madrigal will be off with the pitch. So Maldonado will step off and reset. Here's the 3-2. Swung on and missed. He got him, and Maldonado gets out of a jam. Colts get 2. They strand 2. We've played 1. 3-2 Heights. This is Colt Baseball on Channel. And welcome back. Top of the second we go. This inning brought to you by Valley State Bank, a proud supporter of Hayesville School District and the Campus Colts baseball team. Valley State Bank is locally owned and operated community bank, serving South Central Kansas since 1897. 9-1-2 for the Falcons. It'll be Carson Smith, and Jackson Ellison. Falcons lead it 3-2. Very exciting first inning. Powers out for inning number 2. That is into left field, and nicely done by Van Aysdale. Had to fight the wind and the sun a little bit on that one.
Now up to bat number 22.
And 1 out.
Smith.
Top of the order, here's Carson Smith. Singled and scored in the first. And the first pitch in there for a called strike, took a little off. Ethan Powers faced 8 men in the first and gave up 3 runs. 1 ball, 1 strike to Carson Smith. If any carpenters out there listening to this, if you want to come up and fix our door, that would be greatly appreciated. That is low and away, so we may be living up here for a while. 2 balls and a strike. Press box / escape room. 2-1. Just missed low. It's 3-1. Smith with a single in the first and eventually scored. Popped up, right side. Schroeder making the call and the play for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down. Good news for Ethan Powers.
Number 5, Jackson Ellison, up to bat.
So the shortstop now, Jackson Ellison, he lined out to left field. He's 0 for 1.
I can't get it. Yeah, I would try to.
2 outs, nobody on.
Okay, bye. She'll even try it.
And the first one just a bit high, ball 1.
Yeah, probably not.
Top of the second, 3-2 in favor of Heights. That's in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. That is popped out of play left side, so 2-1. Be in Ethan Powers' best interest to get out of this one as quickly as possible to get his confidence back. Varsity debut for the right-hander. That catches the outer half. Nice pitch there, 2-2. Fastball tends to run away from left-handers from Powers. 2-2. Popped up. Clements back to have a look, out of play. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Boys golf on the 1st of April at El Dorado. Varsity JV track as well at Eisenhower on the 1st. That is into center field. White. That'll get over his head. And a 2-out double for Jackson Ellison. That's probably caught by White or Van Aysdale any other day, but that wind blowing out to center field kept taking that ball away. Here is the third baseman, Brady Boozma. Doubled and scored in the first. He's 1 for 1.
Both of us to do that.
First pitch swinging. That is into left field, over the head, and gone. So a 2-run home run for Brady Boozma. Didn't look like he hit it that well. Looked like a bit on the hands, but able to muscle it out of here and onto 63rd Street. And it's a 5-2 ball game in favor of Heights. So Boozma, red hot, 2 for 2, a double and a homer.
All the way out to 63rd. The wind is blowing that way.
So after getting the first 2 guys, Powers struggled on hard times here. He'll face Cooper Oakley with nobody on and 2 outs. And the first one up and in, ball 1. Oakley singled in the first, drove in a couple, and scored himself. So Oakley 1 for 1. And now make that 2 for 2. Not a bad pitch there from Powers. Little inside out swing from Oakley. And he's aboard with 2 outs. In case you're just joining us, Powers in his second inning of works faced 9 hitters in the first inning, retired the first 2 in the second, and then the wheels have fallen off, giving up a double and a homer. First pitch to Cash Oakley in there for a called strike. Oakley is 0 for 1, flew out to left field in the first. And in there for a called strike. Nice breaking ball there from Powers. And quickly 0-2 to Cash Oakley. And in the dirt, 1-2. Nice block by Clements. Ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the second. That's in the dirt. That'll get under the glove of Clements. That'll be a wild pitch. Down to second base on the wild pitch is Cooper Oakley. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Cash Oakley. The Oakley connection. 2-2 is off the hands, down the line, and foul. Had that been a wood bat, he'd had a handful of kindling. Happy opening day for everyone out there. Start of Major League Baseball today. Why we had school, I don't know. It ought to be a national holiday. That is up the middle for a base hit. They will send a runner. Oakley around third. He will score without a play. And it is 6-2 in favor of Heights.
Now up to bat number 28, Caleb Cross.
So Oakley gets his first hit of the game and an RBI. That'll bring up Caleb Cross. Walkton was stranded in the first. Powers has yet to walk a man. Actually, he has walked one. My apologies. First pitch is into center field. White ranging back to his right. He will run it down, and that will do it. Falcons will strand 1, but they get 3 more, and they lead at 6-2. This is Colt Baseball on Channel 06. And we're back. Bottom of the second we go. Heights get 3 more. They lead at 6-2. Maldonado out for inning number 2. He faced 7 men in the first and gave up 2. 8, 9, and 1 scheduled for the Colts. Van Asdale, West, and White. And the first one to Trace Van Asdale, in there for a called strike. 1 for 3 on the season. He is a 9th grader. Quickly behind in the count, 0-2. Playing left field today, and he's been busy. That missed away. Good take there by Van Asdale. This inning brought to you by hookbats.com. Good wood for good hitters since 2005. 1-2. Off-speed pitch missed away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good discipline at the plate by Mr. Trace. 2-2. That missed low and away. So count is full to the left fielder. Oven mitt in his back pocket. And the 3-2 missed away. So a leadoff walk to Van Asdale. And the Colts have the leadoff man aboard. Nothing takes the life off a pitching coach than walking the 8-hole man to lead off the inning. Here's Aiden West. Hitless on the season, playing right field today, and takes ball 1. That is foul straight back. That'll even it up. 1 ball and 1 strike. One. That is fisted down the left field line and foul. One and 2, nobody out. Bottom half of the second. Heights leads at 6-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to West. Hitless on the young season. He is a senior. On the ground, left side. And Ellison will circle it up over to first, not in time. So West, very speedy, will beat it out for the base hit. Down to second base is Van Asdale. I mean, Ellison did everything he had to do, circled it up properly, just couldn't get enough on the throw to get the speedy West. So Heights will talk about it. Colts on the road tomorrow at Eisenhower. Doubleheader starting at 4 o'clock. So head coach Mark McBratney out to talk to his young pitcher. Actually, I believe that was Dylan Fensky. So conference over, first and second, nobody out. Top of the order for Lucas White. Bounced out to second base in the first. He's 0 for 1, 0 for 4 on the season. Be a good time for that first knock right here. And the first one in there at the knees, strike 1. Probably taking since Maldonado has been struggling with command. Oh and 1 shows bunt and takes one outside. Maldonado loses his hat. 1 ball, 1 strike.
D-O-W-G.
And a 1-1. Catches the inside corner. Nice movement on that pitch. It's 1-2. White, the center fielder today, runs well. That is into left field for a base hit. They are going to send the runner. Ellison up with it, and the throw is cut off. And the Colts now trail it 6-3. So Van Asdale will score on the play. Down to second base is West. And credit White with an RBI and a base hit. First and second, 6-3 in favor of Heights here in the bottom of the second.
I don't think that's right.
And the first one is away, ball 1. Schroeder singled and scored in the first. He is 1 for 4 on the season. Second and third, still nobody out. Maldonado struggling a little bit here in the bottom of the second. That is popped up and out of play. Count even, 1-1. Schroeder at second base today. White at first base, West at second base. Still nobody out. And time is called. First baseman creeping in on the grass. Everybody else appears to be normal depth. Shows bunt, off-speed pitch, and he comes up empty. Difficult to bunt those off-speed pitches. 1-2 now to Camden Schroeder. Warkins is next. Ball and 2 strikes, 6-3 in favor of Heights, bottom of the second. Maldonado will step off and chase Aiden West back. One, two. That's in the dirt, but blocked by Smith. But everybody read it well, and down to second and third is West and White. So that'll be a wild pitch. Now second and third. Base hit here would cut it to 1. Infield back, almost conceding the run. That is a fastball that just missed away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Count is full. And in there for a call strike at the knees. Schroeder not so sure, 1 out.
Up to bat, number 13, Hagen Warkins.
So with 1 out in the inning, runners at second and third, here's Hagen Warkins. Reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the first. And the first one just a bit outside. So a good secondary lead by by West. One ball, no strikes to Warkins. Picked up the win in game 1. 0 for 4 on the season, looking for that first knock. And the 1-0. That is ripped foul right side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Warkins, a sophomore, everyday player last year, hit .333. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the second, 6-3 in favor of Heights. Home opener for the Colts. That is down the right field line, and that is going to drop. 2 runs will score. So Warkins just dumped one into right field, and it's a 1-run ball game, 6-4. 6-5. So credit Warkins with an RBI. And his first base hit of the season. That'll bring up the catcher, Grady Clements. Singleton was stranded in the first. He's 1 for 1, 1 for 4 on the season. 6-5 Heights. Colts have gotten a couple in the first and now 3 here in the second. A lot of offense for both squads. Clements, a junior, pretty much the everyday catcher last year. Hit .286 in 22 games. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Throw over, Warkins back in plenty of time.
Well, Heights, most Wichita schools aren't the best at baseball, but Heights is a better Wichita school baseball because they're a newer Wichita school and they're over by.
And a 2-0 on the ground. That'll get through the right side for a base hit. Warkins will stop at second base. And Clements is 2 for 2 today. So they will have a runner for Clements. That will be Adrian Ramos. So first and second, 1 out. Maldonado struggling a bit here in the second. He has given up 3 runs and just 1 away. Popped up left side. Infield fly rule is in effect. Caught by Ellison. And 2 away. So that'll bring up Aaron Madrigal. Singleton drove in a run in the first. He is 3 for 5 on the young season. Second and third, 2 away. Takes the first one on the inner half for a called strike. No balls and a strike. And the 0-1, here it is. Missed upstairs. Just a bit high. Good take there by Mads. Drove in a run in the first. Peyton Snell in the house after his senior picture photo shoot today. They still haven't touched him up yet, I bet. But 1 ball, 1 strike. Madrigal, a senior, played in 7 games last year and did not collect a hit. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swung on and missed. And it's 1-2. One and two, 2 outs, first and second. 6-5 Heights, bottom of the second. Had just missed low. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Look like some activity in the Heights bullpen. Look like Caleb Cross getting loose. Count is full. Runners go. Pitch is popped up. And the center fielder Joint over to his right. He'll get it, and that'll do it. Colts get 3. They strand a couple. We have played 2. Our new score, Heights 6 and the Colts 5. This is Colt Baseball on Channel 06.
All right.
Top of the third we go. 6-5 ball game favor of Heights. Ethan Powers out for inning number 3. He gave up 3 in the first, 3 in the second. It'll be the bottom third. Joint, Millison, and Smith, 7, 8, 9. Swung on and missed from Landon Joint. Singled and drove in a run in the first. He's 1 for 1. And swung on and missed again. Quickly 0-2. And the 0-2, that is into right field for a base hit. I think we're off. No, I can't hear myself.
We're off.
I think the cap's messing everything up.
Number 8,
There we-
Cale Milson.
Shut that up.
Do what?
Shut up.
It says there's sound coming through my way.
That'll bring up Cale Millison. Can't hear myself, but that's all right.
That's usually just don't unplug them, just move them.
Millison, the strikeout victim in the first. Runner at first base and nobody out, top of the third. That misses away. Millicent, the left fielder, strikeout victim in the first. Runner goes, and the throw down is not in time. Throw just a bit on the third base side of the bag. Good shot there by Clements, but not quite in time. So Joint down to second base with a stolen base. Still can't hear myself.
Yeah, it's reading. It just, I don't know.
Yeah, it's on. You got something you'll be able to hear, so.
And the first pitch. Excuse me, that's to Millicent. 3 balls and a strike. And that's foul straight back. So after being behind in the count, Powers has battled back to get healthy. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Cale Millicent. Runner at second base, that's Landon Joint. Colts playing straight away and deep. Powers out for inning number 3. This is his varsity debut. Powers, 6'3", 170-pounder. Entertaining visits to Tabor and Cloud Community College. Will probably continue to grow and get heavier. Bouncing ball, that is just inside the bag. Madrigal unable to manage it. That's going to go as a base hit. Ball was right over the bag. The only play Madrigal had was a backhand. So a base hit for Millicent. His first of the ball game, and he is aboard. First and second, nobody out. Carter Smith, the right fielder, will step in. He lined out to left field in the second. He's 0 for 1. So a left on right matchup, first and second. 6-5 in favor of Heights here in the top of the third. Shows bunt and foul. So Falcons thinking about small ball here in the third. Clements out to talk to Powers a little bit about some defensive possibilities if the bunt is down. Creeping in is Schenkel. Up even at third base is Madrigal. Shows bunt, and that pitch is upstairs. He offers, and it's quickly 0-2 to Carter Smith. That pitch up around the letters, very difficult to bunt and do it successfully. 0-2. That is in the air to left field. Van Asdale coming in near the line. He'll gather it. And there's one away. So one out in the inning. That'll bring up the leadoff man, Carson Smith. Singled scored in the first, flew out in the second. He's 1 for 2. Carson doing the catching today. One out, second and third. And that misses high and away, ball 1. Powers needs a quick inning. That's popped up out of play. Count even 1-1. This inning brought to you by Campus Avid, your home base for all things college and career prep. Still taking applications for current 8th graders to join? Contact Jacob Ditton or Dr. Fulton at Campus High School for more details. 2 balls and a strike. to Carson Smith. Breezy day, 65 degrees, wind blowing out briskly to center field. On the ground, right side, might be 2. Schroeder up with it, the second for 1. That's all they'll get. So 2 outs now in the inning. Over to third base is Landon Joint.
Now at bat, number 5, Jackson Ellison.
So Millicent is erased, 2 away. Here's Jackson Ellison. 1 for 2, doubled in the second, and scored. Ellison, the shortstop today. And that misses away, ball 1. Runners at the corners. Be a world of good for Powers' self-esteem if he was to get out of this one without any further damage. 6-5 in favor of Heights. And that's high and away. 2 balls and no strikes. 2 outs in the inning. 2-0. That missed low, not by much. 3 balls and no strikes to Jackson Ellison. Falcons 4-1 on the young season. Runner goes. That is up the middle off the backside of Powers, and a run will score. So that one was lined right back to the box off the backside of Powers. Joint will score. Ellison will reach on the base hit. Down to second base is Carson Smith. So out to check on him is Coach Colton Flax. And it looks like, not sure they're going to make a change, but so it looks like they will make a change. We'll tell you all about the new guy. We'll take a break. And this is Colt Baseball on Channel 060. Going with that lid back here. I won't play with it. And welcome back. Pitching change for the Colts. It appears that Aiden West will come in from right field, and Ethan Powers will go to right field. Can't close the book quite yet on Ethan Powers. He goes 2 2/3. Right now, he is responsible for 7 runs. Took a line drive off the backside. Does not appear to be too worse for the wear. That'll bring up Brady Boozma. And the first pitch to Boozma is wide. And on the wild pitch, both runners will move up. So second and third. 7-5 in favor of Heights. We're in the top of the third. 2 away. Buzna with a double in the first and a 2-run homer in the second. So West will come in and try to stop the bleeding. West is a senior right-hander. It's in there for a call strike. 2 balls and a strike. Two and one. Just a bit off the plate. It's 3-1. So West 1 pitch away from loading him up. That's popped up left side. Giving chase is Warkins. He won't get there. And 2 runs will score. Cruising into second base with a double is Buzma.
Now at bat, number 23, Cooper Oakley.
So 2 runs for the Falcons. Score now 9-5 in favor of the Falcons. That'll bring up Cooper Oakley. Buzma with 4 RBIs here in the ball game. Oakley 2 for 2, singled in the first and the second, a couple of RBIs. And he takes strike 1. And an off-speed pitch fouled at the plate. Quickly 0-2 to Oakley, first baseman today. He has scored twice. 9-5 Heights. We're in the top of the third. And the off-speed pitch floats high and away. Not exactly the purpose pitch you're looking for. You'd like to have that one a little more presentable to get Cooper Oakley to bite. 1-2. That's fouled away. Count remains 1-2. One, 2. That just missed low. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Cooper Oakley. Falcons 4-1 so far on the season. Colts 1-0. 2-2 on the ground, left side. Madrigal in and out of the glove. That'll lead him up. They will send the runner, and it's a 10-5 ball game. So an error and an RBI. That'll bring up Cash Oakley.
Now at bat, number 1, Cash Oakley.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That one ate up Madrigal.
You're welcome, question mark.
Here's Oakley. 1 for 2, singled and drove in a run in the second. Off-speed pitch in there for a called strike. West will give you a 3/4 arm slot. Very difficult for that right-handed hitter to keep that front side in. In the dirt, smothered by Clements. 1 ball and 1 strike. Colts a season ago were 10-12 in Coach Flax's first year. And tried to check his swing, called strike. Pretty sure he went around and the pitch was a strike, so at least from my vantage point, 1-2 to Oakley. And swung on and missed on a pitch out of the zone, and that'll do it for the Falcons, but they strike 4 times, they leave 1. We've played 2.5, 10-5 Falcons. This is Colt Baseball on Channel 06. Home half of the third we go. Colts with some work to do. They trail the Heights Falcons 10-5. Bottom third of the order for the Colts, 7, 8, and 9. It'll be Schinkel, Van Asdale, and Aiden West. New pitcher for Heights.
That's not what diabetes
No, I
is.
know. I'm just saying
That's type 2.
Looks like Caleb Cross, tall, lanky, right-handed senior, will take over for Maldonado. Maldonado goes 2 innings, gives up 5 runs on 6 hits, and stands to win it if things stay the way they are. Bottom of the third, 10-5. A lot of offense in this ball game. This inning brought to you by Stompin' Grounds Coffee Company, serving students and staff since 2015. Cooper Schinkel now. He is 0 for 1, a strikeout victim in the first. He is 1 for 4 in the season. First pitch swinging, a little soft liner. Ellison will get it on a hop over to first base. And Oakley, that would be Cooper, able to keep that foot on there. And there's 1 pitch and 1 out. Van Asdale now, the left fielder.
Number 28, Trace Van Asdale.
Walked and scored in the second. He is 1 for 3 on the season. He takes strike 1. Van Asdale, a true freshman. Playing left field today, takes 1 away. 1 ball and 1 strike. That's a nice fastball at the knees, 1-2. Cross, a very tall, imposing right-handed pitcher. And the off-speed pitch in there for a call strike. Nice roundhouse breaking pitch from Cross. And there's 2 away.
Now at bat, number 10, Aiden West.
So it'll be up to Aiden West to keep things going. West singled and scored in the second. 1 for 4 on the season. He takes strike 1. No varsity experience for him last spring. As a team, the Colts hit .294, but the only problem was they were giving up just north of 6 runs per game as a club. And the 0-2 misses away. Ball and 2 strikes to now the pitcher, Aiden West. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Powers went 2 2/3 innings. Bouncing ball right side. Cash Oakley up with it. Throw to first. That is, looks like the off the knee of Cooper Oakley. That'll be an error. So West is aboard on the air, top of the order for Lucas White. He'll get his first look at the new right-hander Cross. White 1 for 2, singled in the second, drove in a run and scored. That is just inside. Ball and no strikes. White 1 for 4 on the season. That misses low. 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0. On the ground, left side, snagged by Boozma. He'll make the long throw. It's high. So Boozma cut it off in plenty of time, but airmailed to throw. That'll go as an error.
Camden Schroeder.
So the error bug has bitten the Heights Falcons with 2 away here in the third. So Camden Schroeder, chance to get a few of these back with a base hit right here. 10-5 in favor of Heights. Schroeder 1 for 2, singled and scored, and a strikeout victim in the second. 1 for 5 on the season. That is backhanded nicely by Carson Smith. Two balls, no strikes. In there at the letters for a called strike. 2-1. 2-1. Just a bit inside. A lot of movement on that pitch from Caleb Cross. They play him pretty deep in left field. Pretty shallow in center and right in there at the knees. And the count is full, 3-2. Can Caleb Cross make a pitch right here? And a little excuse me swing on the ground, smothered by Cooper Oakley. He will take it himself, and that will do it. The Colts will strand 2. We've played 3 innings. Our score, Heights 10 and the Colts 5. This is Campus Colt Baseball on Channel 060. Back we go to the 4th. Colts strand a couple in the bottom. They still trail it 10-5 to the Heights Falcons. 6, 7, and 8 for the Falcons. Cross, Joint, and Millicent expected. Aiden West out for
Now
his
at bat,
first
number
full
28,
inning
Caleb
after
Cross.
coming in and getting the third out of the inning. So here's Caleb Cross. 0 for 1 with a walk. And takes ball 1. Cool, windy day, but clear. That is popped up right side. Schroeder, second baseman, in and out of the glove of Schroeder. That will go as an error.
Now at bat, number 11, Landon Joint.
So a little bit of an adventure with the wind and the high sky today. That'll bring up Landon Joint. Red hot, 2 for 2 with a stolen base and a run scored. So the center fielder will step in and take a strike, getting his first look at Aiden West. No balls and a strike. Little nubber to the first baseman. And Schenkel will take it himself for out number 1. So a productive out for Landon Joint. Moving over to second base is Caleb Cross.
Now at bat, number 8.
So one out in the
Cale
inning.
Wilson.
Here's Cale Millicent, left fielder. 1 for 2, single in the third. Strikeout victim in the first. He'll get his first look at Aiden West. Two and 2/3 for the starter, Ethan Powers, making his varsity debut today. Pounded the zone early. 3 strikes. Pretty much everything probably Coach Flax expected. First pitch swinging from Millicent popped up right side, and Schenkel makes the call and the play for out number 2.
Now at bat, number 2, Carter Smith.
So the Colts going to give Heights at least 4 outs this inning. Can't afford to do that. We'll see if they can get out of it unscathed. Here's the right fielder, Carter Smith. He's hitless, 0 for 2. Off-speed pitch catches the outer half for strike 1. They play Smith straight away and pretty shallow in right, very deep in left. That is upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike. Time is called. Looks like a balk was called. So West came set and then dropped the ball. So that would be a balk. Down to third base is Cross. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 soft liner caught by Schroeder, who lays out and makes amends for that dropped fly ball. And that'll do it for the Falcons. They will strand 1. We played 3.5, 10-5. This is Colt Baseball on Channel 060. Hit me, brother. Cut me. And welcome back. Top of the fourth, we go. Colts with some work to do. They trail the Heights Falcons 10-5. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 for the Colts.
Now about for the Colts, number 13, Hagen Warkins.
Workins, Clements, and Statler scheduled here in the fourth. Cross out for inning number 2 of work. He faced 5 hitters in the third and did not give up a run. And that is down the left field line and foul. So just missed a double by a few feet. Workins picked up his first base hit of the season in the second. He is 1 for 2. Reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the first. So 1 for 5 on the young season for the shortstop, Hagen Workins. Workins, a switch hitter, will go from the right side against the tall, lanky right-hander. That is off his hands and into shallow center and will get out. So Workins fisted that one into center field for a leadoff hit, his second of the ball game. This inning brought to you by USD 261, a National Capturing Kids Hearts Showcase District, home of 3 national Blue Ribbon schools and the prestigious International Baccalaureate Diploma Program. The first and last stop for your child's education. That's USD 261. In the first pitch to Clements, in there for a called strike. Clements red hot, 2 for 2 today, 2 for 5 on the season. Doing the catching today, that is popped up. Looks like Ellison, the shortstop, making the call and the play for out number 1. With this win, pop-ups has been an adventure.
Camden Statler.
So Camden Statler will step in. He is hitless today. Was credited with an RBI in the first, but 0 for 2. 2 for 5 on the season. That is out of the reach of Carson Smith. No balls and a strike. No balls and a strike. 1 out, bottom of the fourth. Into center field. Joint ranging to his left and over the head. In and out of the glove. That'll be a base hit for Statler. Another good example of the wind out there. Joint needs to turn and run on that pitch and then adjust. Intended to adjust on the fly, and it just didn't work for him. First and second, just 1 out. First pitch swinging is Madrigal. Popped up behind home plate. And Carson Smith unable to come up with it. No balls and a strike to Madrigal, the third baseman. 1 for 2, singled and drove in a run in the first. 3 for 6 on the season for Madrigal. And I'll say it again, if anybody has any carpentry skills and can fix a door that will stay shut, you're more than welcome to come out to practice and work on it for us. That'd be fantastic. 2 balls and a strike. One out, bottom of the fourth, 10-5 in favor of Heights. Pretty good lead over there at first base by Statler. And it's 3-1. So Caleb Cross, one pitch away from loading him up with one out. And that's in there at the knees for a called strike. That'll run the count to full to Madrigal. Runners go, and the pitch is lined into center field. And one run will score, so Flax elects to start the runners with a 3-2 count with one away, and it pays off for him. Warkins will score on the play. Madrigal with his second base hit
Now back for the
and an
Colts, number
RBI.
7, Cooper Schenkel.
Over to third base is Statler. So with one out, the Colts have runners at the corners for Cooper Schenkel. Hitless today, 0 for 2, a strikeout victim and a bounce out in the third. 10-6 now in favor of Heights. And that is upstairs. Ball and no strikes, one out. Caleb Cross, the second pitcher of the ball game for the Falcons. Alec Maldonado went 3 innings. That is low and in, 2-1. First and third, just one out. Bottom of the fourth. That missed low. 3-1. So Schenkel can afford to step back and look for a spot right here, something to drive. They shade him towards right center, so a lot of room in left center. That's a fastball at the belt, and the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Just hope to put something in play. Swung on and missed. The runner goes. Nobody's there. And the run will score on the error. So Statler will score. And it's a 10-7 ball game. So 2 away on the inning.
Now at bat, number 28.
Madrigal down to
Chase
second
Asdale.
base. Appeared to be a little miscommunication up the middle between Ellison and Cash Oakley as to who was covering. Nonetheless, nobody there. 2 away. Trace Van Asdale now. Hitless today, 0 for 1. Little excuse me swing, fouls it back. And it's 0-1. Van Asdale, a true freshman. Left fielder today. Swung on and missed. Kind of a difficult delivery on that one to pick up from Caleb Cross. 0-2. And it's upstairs, a good take. Ball and 2 strikes. 1-2. Just missed low and away. Good eye there by Van Asdale. 2-2. Runner at second base. That would be Madrigal. And that's low and away. So a good at bat by Trace Van Asdale. After being behind 0-2, is able to work it to a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, bottom 4. Time is called. Young man playing beyond his years. 3-2. And he'll take it. Pretty good pitch on the outer half. Dropped by the catcher. Throw to first. A little adventurous, but Cooper Oakley able to corral it, and that'll do it Colts strand one. They get a couple of more, and our new score 10-7 Heights. We've played 4. This is Colt Baseball on Channel 06. Turn me off or something.
Maybe 2 picks.
And welcome back. We go to the 5th. And our score, Heights 10 and the Colts 7. Defensive changes on the mound now. Aaron Madrigal
22, Carson Smith.
and Ramos enters the ball game and plays third base. Top of the order for the Falcons, Carson Smith, Ellison, and Boozma. Madrigal, a senior, worked 3 innings last year, gave up 2 hits, a strikeout, and a 2.33 ERA. Getting his first experience this season today, and quickly 0-2 to Carson Smith. Smith 1 for 3, and a little flare into center field. Caught by White, who has a great jump and lays out to take a base hit away from Carson Smith, 1 away. So a couple of good plays by the Colts. Had a diving play by the second baseman Schroeder, and now a diving play by White here in the 5th. Here's Jackson Ellison. Ellison 2 for 3, doubled in the second, and singled in the third, scored both times. He takes strike 1. And the 0-1 popped up, left side. It'll be Warkins, shallow center field. He will grab it for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down. Good news for Aaron Madrigal. Third pitcher of the ball game for the Colts. This will bring up Brady Boozma. It's been a tough out today. He's 3 for 3. Couple of doubles and a homer. 4 RBIs on the afternoon. First one outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. And that's in the dirt, 2-0. And a 2-0 fisted foul, 2-1. That was probably ball 3. Mid-60s at first pitch, probably be upper 50s by the end of the ball game. Still quite breezy. Wind, what we do have is about 20 mile an hour blowing out to center field. 2-1. Just missed upstairs. 3 balls and a strike. And the 3-1 popped up into left field. Coming hard is Van Asdale. He will get it. And that'll do it for the Falcons. They go in order for the first time today. We played 4.5, 10-7 Heights. This is Colt Baseball on Channel 060. And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 10-7 Heights. 9-1 and 2. It'll be Ramos, White, and Schroeder. First one to Ramos in the dirt, ball 1. This will be Ramos's first look at the plate. Swung on and missed. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ramos, a sophomore. This is probably his first varsity at bat. That is low. 2 balls and a strike. That is fouled straight back. He was on time. And it's 2-2. This inning brought to you by Valley State Bank, a proud supporter of Hayesville School District and Campus Colts baseball. Locally owned and operated, serving South Central Kansas since 1897. Count goes to 2-2 to Adrian Ramos. And the 2-2. An off-speed pitch buckled his knees but stayed inside, and the count is full. And a 3-2 swung on and missed and 1 away. Top of the order, it'll be Lucas White.
Now batting for the Colts, number 2, Lucas White.
White 1 for 3, singled in the second, drove in a run and scored. 1 for 6 on the season. And the first one in there for a called strike. No balls and a strike. On the ground, right side. And Cash Oakley up with it over to first in plenty of time. 4 out, number 3.
Now batting for the Colts, number 1, Camden Schroeder.
So it'll be Camden Schroeder to keep things going here with 2 away and nobody on. Schroeder 1 for 3, singled and scored in the first. 1 for 6 on the season. And the off-speed pitch stays up, ball 1. Schroeder, a junior, played in 22 games last season, hit .309. That's in there for a call strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. They pretty much play him straight away, very deep in left field. On the ground, left side, that'll get through for a base hit. So Schroeder is aboard with 2 away. Collects his second base hit of the ball game. He's 2 for 4. That'll bring up the shortstop Hagan Warkins. He's 2 for 3 today. Scored in the first, singled and scored in the fourth. Warkins, the shortstop. He was the game 1 starter and winner last Saturday. The Colts' only ball game, a 2-0 win over West. And that's inside. He'll wear it. And a hit by pitch. So Caleb Cross leaking a little bit of oil here in the bottom of the 5th after getting the first 2 guys quickly.
17, Grady
Now he has a first and second situation with a guy with some power stepping in the name of Grady Clements, doing the catching. 2 for 3 today, singles in the first and the second. So he is 2 for 6 on the season. Takes the first one down low, ball 1. We hope to have our internet repaired sometime soon. The city of Hayesville is diligently working on it, so we will record until that time. That's in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Looks like the 545 is just coming through town. The 1-1 on the ground, high hopper. Ellison will take it himself at second base, and that'll do it for the Colts. They will strand a couple, and we have played 5, 10-7 in favor of Heights. This is Colt Baseball on Channel 06. And welcome back. We go to the 6th.
Oh, no, it's the
Heights leads it
Cooper.
10-7.
Oh, good talk.
Good save.
So Madrigal out for his second full inning of work. Got the Falcons in order in the fifth.
Batting for the Falcons, number 23, Cooper Oakley.
4, 5, and 6. It'll be Cooper Oakley, Cash Oakley, and Cross. So here is the first baseman, Cooper Oakley, and he takes strike one. Oakley 2 for 3, singled in the first and second, reached on an error in the third. Quickly in the hole, 0-2 now. And the 0-2 in the dirt. Pretty good 0-2 pitch from Madrigal, but Cooper Oakley not biting on the pitch. And that is off the hands into left field for a base hit. Good piece of hitting by Cooper Oakley. Pulled his hands in and just muscled it into left field for his third base hit of the ball game. So that'll bring up Cash Oakley.
Cash Oakley. I could be a country singer, to be honest. I think I'm gonna.
Maybe if you had like a voice, a good.
And that's in there at the knees to Oakley.
I'm gonna rip up my contract whenever they give me a sign. I'm gonna rip it up.
Looks like they're going to have a pinch runner. We'll pick that number up. We'll get it for you in just a moment. Looks like number 12, Forrest Clegg, be running for the Falcons. Oakley, the second baseman, swung on and got a piece of it, and that also got a piece of Clements. So the umpire will take a walk while Clemens gathers himself. Count is 0-2. And a pitch. Swung on and missed. He got him. An off-speed pitch on the inner half. He'll swing through it and one away.
Now at bat for the Falcons, number 28, Caleb Cross.
So it'll bring up the pitcher, Caleb Cross. First pitch swing, foul straight back. He was on time. 0-1. Cross hitless today. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. Falcons 4-1. Colts 1-0. That misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1. And the pitch into left field. That'll get down for a base hit. So Cross with his first base knock of the afternoon. And he's aboard with first and second. 1 out in the inning. That'll bring up the center fielder, Landon Joint.
Now at bat, number 11, Landon Joints.
Coach Flax out of the dugout.
Never mind.
He's met at the line by Madrigal. I'm not sure whether Madrigal might have an injury. They will continue to talk about it. It looks like a change will be made. We'll take a break. We'll come back and tell you about the new personnel changes for the Colts. This is Colts Baseball on Channel 060.
Now at
And
bat,
welcome
number
back.
11, Landon Joint.
Colts will go to the bullpen, get a left-hander for fourth pitcher of the afternoon for the Colts. They will go with
That could be a left-handed pitcher.
Schinkel. That will be
Be fast where I could.
Someone needs to get you to
Cooper Schinkel, a junior, getting his first experience. The left-hander moves from first base. Noah Ellis will go to first base off the bench, a sophomore. First pitch shows bunt and takes ball one is Landon Joint. First and second, one out here in the top of the sixth. Set 10-7 in favor of Heights. Shows bunt again, and it's down, a good one. And Schinkel unable to field it cleanly. And that's probably going to go as a base hit. Even if Schinkel fielded it cleanly, he'd have to turn 180 degrees and make a good throw. And
Now at bat
Joint
for the
runs
Falcons,
well,
number 8,
so
Cale
a
Milson.
base hit. And the bases are loaded.
Too bad he's about to
So that'll bring up Cale Milson.
strike out.
1 for 3 today, singled in the third.
No, he's gonna hit it straight. Nothing great. He's gonna run it.
Outfield is deep and straight away for Milson. And the delivery from the left-hander up and away, ball one. And that's upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes.
Because we don't have a short header. And we have a double header.
Who pitched?
2-0, corners are in, about halfway in the middle. Outfield straight away, and the pitch in the dirt. That just gets away from Clements. And scoring on the wild pitch is Cooper Oakley, and it's 11-7. So everybody will move up, and it's runners at second and third.
Three balls. How many strikes were there? 0.
3 balls, no strikes to Milson. And that missed away, and he'll walk him. So a base hit and a walk, and they're loaded. So Clements out in front will
Now at bat, number
give
2,
some defensive
Carter
signals.
Smith.
No cheers for Carter.
Carter Smith will step in. He's hitless today, 0 for 3. So he would like nothing better than to
I mean, not
put one in play and maybe get one to fall.
damn. Good ass announcer.
First pitch swinging, foul, right side.
Yeah, they're probably like, this bet give me motivation. It's almost your low key.
Ball, no balls and a strike.
Snelly's not the same at all. How much close. Also, Snelly's not even my real name.
0-1,
Bro, I swear through middle school.
right there at the knees.
They didn't come to pick.
Quickly 0-2 to Carter Smith, right fielder today. Left on left matchup. Schinkel needs a strikeout in the worst way right here. Chance to get off with minimal damage. And the 0-2.
Swing.
On the ground, right side.
Right next to you. Yeah.
Second, short for 1, back to first, and the Colts turn it.
Good double play.
So Schroeder to Warkins, back to Ellis, and the Colts get out of it. Heights strands 1, gets 1. We played 5.5. Our new score, Heights 11 and the Colts 7.
Good work, team.
This is Campus Colt Baseball on Channel 06. Loose.
6, Camden Stakler.
And welcome back.
Noah Ellis is batting.
Bottom 6 we go. Heights gets one more. They lead at 11-7. 5, 6, and 7 for the Colts. Statler, Madrigal, and Schinkel. Expected. Ball and a strike to Statler. That is on the ground. Snagged by the third baseman, Boozma. Good play there by Boozma, and a very reactionary play. 4-1 away.
Now bat for the Colts, number 20, Noah Ellis.
So Noah Ellis will get his first at-bat here of the ball game, taking over before Madrigal. Ellis, a sophomore, came in to play first base. Takes the first one in there for a called strike.
LS call. No reads.
And that is foul straight back. So 0-2 now to Ellis. Colts, a very young team. Only 3 guys on the starting 9 had any kind of varsity experience last year. So they threw that one at the bull, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
He threw it over the hitter.
2-2.
The batter?
Or the batter, that's what
Popped up right side. Cooper Oakley in foul ground and unable to come up with it.
Oh, he's
So
hurt.
Cooper is still down.
Is he hurt or is he sad?
Looks like
I think he's faking it.
ball was over his left shoulder. He kind of had to dive awkwardly. Did get a glove on the ball. He is now turned over onto his back. They are attending to him as we speak. Just a reminder, this inning brought to you by hookbats.com. Good wood for good hitters since 2005. So Cooper Oakley now sitting up, which is a good sign. He is up and glasses are coming back on. Found his hat. Dennis Monk, our head athletic trainer, out to have a look at him. You're not going to find a better assessment than that guy right there. So he appears to be okay. Count remains even to Ellis, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Oh, he's just coming back into play. You can do that.
Yeah, you're not actually hurt. You just got the wind knocked out of you. Can't.
So it appears that Cooper Oakley landed awkwardly, but he appears to be okay. So he will remain at first base. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Ellis.
I think it's up to the referee. No, I know. I was making fun of Zach. I thought it was
2-2, 1 out, nobody on. We're in the bottom of the 6th. 11-7 in favor of Heights. And up around the letters, he'll swing through it and 2 away.
damn, the victory lap is crazy.
Now I'm out for the Colts, number 7, Cooper Schinkel.
So the pitcher will step in, Cooper Schinkel. He is hitless today, 0 for 3. Strikeout victim in the 1st and the 4th. And kind of a defensive swing, and will swing through it for strike 1. Colts running out of time, down to their final 4 outs. They trail the Falcons by 4. And that's low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Schinkel 1 for 6 on the season, and that hit him. So Schinkel will wear that one. He will go to first base with 2 away.
28. Trace Van Isle.
So it's Van Asdale now.
Now I'm batting
So Van Asdale 0 for 2 with a walk. Did score a run in the second. True freshman. 1 for 5 on the season. First pitch swinging down the right field line. That'll be foul.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Trace, the left fielder today, he has been busy. Made several good plays out there in left field. Very difficult defensive day today with the wind and the high sky. Players still adjusting. First week of the regular season. And the 0-1 off-speed pitch in there for a call strike. Pretty good 12-6 breaking ball from Cross.
That was a good 9-5.
0-2 to the youngster. Swung on and missed, and that'll do it. Colts strand 1. We have played 6. Our score, Heights 11, and the Colts 7. This is Colt Baseball on Channel 060. And we go to the 7th. Colts running out of time. 11-7 in favor of Heights. Top of the order for the Falcons. It'll be
Now
1,
at
2,
bat
and
for the
3.
Falcons, number 22, Carson Smith.
So Carson Smith, Ellison, and Boomsma scheduled here in the Falcons' 7th. Schenkel out for inning number 2. He faced 4 in the 6th and gave up no runs. Needs another outing just like it to give the Colts a chance. First one in there to Smith for strike 1.
Hey, batter, swing.
Yeah.
0-1. Took a little off, and Smith swung through it for strike 2. 1 for 4, singled and scored in the first, reached on a fielder's choice in the third and scored.
I'll kick you aside the head.
Do it. Oh my God, please do it.
0-2. Swung on and missed. Clemens dropped it. He will step inside and throw a dart to Ellis for out number 1.
Good job, Grady Clements.
So a good start for Schenkel here in the 7th. Needs to hold the Falcons
Now
right
at
here.
bat, number 5, Jackson Elson.
So Jackson Ellison will step in. He's had a good day. He's 2 for 4. Doubled and scored in the second. Singled and scored in the third. And the off speed upstairs, ball one. Ellison, the shortstop today,
He looks so goofy with those things.
throws right, bats left.
Club in the back pocket.
So a left-on-left matchup here with Schenkel and Ellison. Took a little off, miss high, and it's quickly 2 balls and no strikes. Both teams have stranded a lot of runners. Heights have stranded 6, and the Colts have stranded 10. 2-1 now
So it's like an extender.
to Jackson Ellison.
That's the way he explained it.
2-1. High and away, and it's 3-1. Schenkel can't afford any free passes to keep the Colts right here within striking distance. Colts very capable of getting 3 or 4 runs in an inning, as they got 4 runs in the third. And he walks him.
Grady's fast.
So Heights have gotten 3 runs in the first, 3 in the second, 4 in the third, and 1 in
Now
the
at bat,
sixth.
number 4.
They lead it 11-7. Here is the third baseman, Brady Boomsma. He has been quite busy at the plate. He is 4 for 4, actually 3 for 4. A double, a single, and a homer. Reached on an error in the third. He scored in the first, second, and the sixth. 1 ball and no strikes to Boomsma.
Good. Didn't leave the box.
And that's in the dirt. Gathered by Clements, down to second, not in time. That'll be a wild pitch. So Ellison to second base on the wild pitch. 2 balls, no strikes to Boomsma. And that's in there for a called strike. 2-1.
No, I don't. I was going to talk to you.
2-1. Slightly open stance for Boomsma. Swung on and missed. Took a little off on the inner half. He's way out ahead of it. And it's 2-2. This would be a big out for Schenkel right here if he's able to retire Boomsma.
Oh, the 6th inning?
2-2. That's in the dirt. Boomsma not biting. And the count is full. Count is full. Colts play him straight away in center and left and deep. Swung on and missed, and he got him. So a big out for the Colts here in the top of the 7th. 2 away. Boomsma is retired. And that'll bring up Cooper Oakley.
Now at bat, number 23, Cooper Oakley.
Oakley 3 for 4. 3 RBIs in the ball game. And he takes the first one outside, ball 1. Got to think Schenkel is going to provide a steady diet of off-speed pitches here with 2 outs and a runner at second base. 1-0, that's upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. Schenkel entered the ball game in the 6th, faced 4 hitters, and didn't give up any runs. Trying to duplicate that here in the 7th. That missed inside. 3 balls, no strikes to Oakley. Cash Oakley would be next if Cooper was to reach. And a 3-0. He's turned him loose. And it's 3 balls and a strike. Pitch was up just a little bit on the inner half. So they turned him loose with 3-0. And it's 3-1. Three one, and fouled back. Airbug has bitten the Falcons a little bit. I've got them for 4 errors here in the ball game, but doesn't seem to have hurt them much. Here's the 3-2. In the dirt, and he'll walk him. Second walk issued by Schenkel. Actually, the third of the game for Schenkel. And looks like Coach Flax is out of the dugout. Not sure whether this might be all for Schenkel. Looks like he has taken the baseball. We'll let you know who the new guy is when we return. We'll take a break. This is Colt Baseball on Channel O.
Now at bat, number 1, Cash Oakley.
And welcome back. The Colts will go to the bullpen. This will be their 5th arm of the afternoon. It will be Carson Smith, a sophomore, making his varsity debut. Will face Cash Oakley with runners at first and second and 2 away. And the first pitch to Cash Oakley in there for a called strike. 1 for 4 is Cash, singled and drove in a run in the second. Strikeout victim in the third and 6th. That's in there for a call strike. So Carson Smith coming in and getting a couple of quick strikes. Got to think the Colts need to keep the score right where it is. 0-2, just a bit high. Tried to challenge him and change his eye level a little bit, but Cash Oakley not biting. Good take there by the young man. 1-2. And on the ground, left side, that'll be to Warkins. He will go the short way, and that'll do it. So Carson Smith comes in and slams the door. Heights will strand a couple. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 11-7 in favor of Heights. This is Colt Baseball on Channel O6.
Colts, number 3, Adrian Ramos.
And we go to the 7th. Last chance for the Colts. They trail at 11-7. It'll be 9-1-2 for the Colts. It'll be Ramos, White, and Schroeder. New pitcher for the Falcons. It'll be Jackson Ellison. Caleb Cross will go play first base. So the third pitcher of the afternoon for the Falcons. And the first pitch to Ramos on the outer half, strike one. 3 pitchers for the Falcons, 5 for the Colts today. Off-speed pitch in there for a call strike quickly, 0-2 to Ramos. He's 0 for 1, a strikeout victim in the 5th since entering the ball game at that time. Swung on and missed, fooled by the fastball, and that will do it for Ramos. And 1 away.
Who's this? Number 2. Lucas.
Top of the order for the Colts, Lucas White.
Lucas White.
What? You got a problem, baby?
Colts on the road tomorrow at Eisenhower, a doubleheader at 4 o'clock. This inning brought to you by Valley State Bank, serving South Central Kansas since 1897. 0-1, and it's fouled away quickly. 0-2 now to Lucas White. 1 for 4 today, singled, scored, and drove in a run in the second. 1 for 7 on the season for the center fielder, White. That is into center field, up the middle for a base hit. So right back where it came from, White picks up his second base hit of the ball game.
Now
And the
at bat,
Colts are
number
not
1,
done yet.
Camden Schroeder.
Camden Schroeder will step in. 2 for 4. Singled in the first and the 5th.
Let's hope it stays that way.
And drove and scored in the first.
I bet you it's a home run.
3 for 7 on the season. He takes strike 1.
Honestly, now if he can get on base, and then we can get Grady up there.
No balls and a strike.
Get full base.
Not a save opportunity for Jackson Ellison, but trying to slam the door nonetheless. 0-1. That is up the middle. They had him played perfectly, but through the wickets of Cash Oakley. Overrunning it is Lucas White. He's able to slip back in there. That had tailor-made double play ball written all over it, but Cash Oakley kind of peeked a little bit and went right through the wickets. So Schroeder will reach on the error, and it's first and second.
Now at bat, number 13, Hagen Warkins.
So that'll bring up Hagen Warkins. 2 for 4, actually 2 for 3 with a hit by pitch, singled in the second and the 4th. Scored in the first and the 4th. So a little bad luck there for Jackson Ellison. Should have gotten out of it. And the first one to Warkins in there at the knees for a called strike.
I just want him to get a walk. I don't know why he did it. Because I want Grady to get a grand slam to win.
No balls and a strike to Warkins.
Oh,
Through a complete game winner against West on Saturday. Got the win 2-0. 0-1. Took a little off, bounced foul. Quickly 0-2. Ellison with a nice change of pace. Warkins just able to spoil it. 0-2. Off-speed pitch, bounced foul.
big gap right there.
I mean, now he's got to swing. That sucks.
Does he? Oh. Not really.
Normally,
Warkins will probably start either the first game or the second game on the mound tomorrow against Eisenhower. And a fastball paints the inner half at the knees, and Warkins will watch it and 2 away. So the Colts now down to their final out. They trail at 11-7. It'll be Grady Clements to keep things going.
So if he gets a home run, it's all on the shoulders of Statler.
Clements 2 for 4. 2 for 7 on the year. Fastball misses away. Ball 1. Ball and no strikes. Colts need base runners. Time is called. Clements going to make him start over. One ball, no strikes. Swung on and missed. It's 1-1. One. And that is fisted foul. That was in on his hands and off his foot. So Clemens will walk that one off, muttering to himself. Nothing like a 80-mile-an-hour plus pitch that's fouled off, nothing but bone.
Was he getting subbed or? I don't know. Can you even do that?
I think so. Or it might
If you're hurt
count as
enough,
a foul.
Ball and 2 strikes. Wouldn't be surprised if Ellison comes inside again. Kind of cruel, but it's frequently done. That's part of the game. Clements is tough. Runners are going. And the ball's in the dirt, so
you think he can steal home?
pretty good pitch to run on. Off-speed pitch in the dirt. Everybody moves up. So the double steal is successful. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Clements. And a pitch. That is fouled away right side. Cross will have a look, but he'll run out of room. Count remains 2-2 to Clements. Hit 286 in all 22 games last season for the Colts as a sophomore. 2-2, and that's inside. He'll hit him. So just like that, the Colts have him loaded up for Camden Statler.
What?
Why is he?
So it looks like Liam Tankery will run at first base.
What is that called?
Oh no.
So pinch running will be Liam Tankery.
Courtesy runner Liam Tanker.
Good enough.
That
was pretty bad.
I was not talking to you.
So Statler represents the tying run.
Oh, I thought he got hit.
I was hoping he did.
It looked like he did.
Looked like he went around. They're going to say he did. Strike 1.
His fault.
So we need one wind-blown home run right here to tie things up. 0-1. That is bounced foul, and the Colts are down to their final out. No balls, 2 strikes. Ellison trying to seal the deal. Time is called. Statler going to ask him to start over.
How about all 3 of them just steal home right now?
And the 0-2 in the dirt. Knocked down and kept handy by Carson Smith. Both catchers have done a phenomenal job in this contest, keeping balls handy. Ball and 2 strikes. Bases loaded. Tying run at the plate. That is inside. And everybody's going to move up. That's going to be a pass ball. And White will score. And it's an 11-8 ball game. I think he might have thought it hit him, but it did not. So Carson Smith, unable to locate the ball initially by the time he realized he had missed it. Runner had scored from third. Kind of sloppy for Heights, but so far they lead it by 3. 2-2. Swung on and missed, and that'll do it. So Colts will drop one here today. Here's your totals. For Heights, 11 runs, 12 hits, and 5 errors. And for Campus, 7 runs, 10 hits, and an error. Campus used 5 pitchers. Heights used 3. It looks like Alec Maldonado will come away with the win, and Ethan Powers will be saddled with the loss. Tomorrow, doubleheader at Eisenhower beginning at 4 o'clock on the road. Next home game is on the 2nd of April. Andover Central will be in here for a doubleheader starting at 4 o'clock. Again, your totals for Heights, 11 runs, 12 hits, 5 errors. Campus, 7 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error. Campus drops to 1-1 on the season. Heights improves to 5-1. For Zach and Peyton, I'm Todd. We'll see you next time on April the 2nd at 4 o'clock. Hopefully live. We'll let you know. Watch the Twitter feed, and we will see you